clean up the blade meat, denude it. Now you're not going to be able to denude this piece 100%. If you remember the picture of the video on the slideshow, it wasn't 100% denuded. You're looking at about 85 to 90% denuded. And we're going to make that into cubes, and I'm going to grade you on your cubes. Okay? I'm watching you deboning, so far so good. So the next step is to cube. Now, you're going to kind of put your butt back together, lift it up, and you're going to see this rounded section. Okay, well that rounded muscle is the blade meat. It's the blade meat. You can actually turn it upside down, put your fingers inside that seam, and that's what you're going to remove. You're going to actually remove that whole muscle. You can find a natural seam and peel it right out. Now at this point, you can move the butt any direction you want to move it, keeping in mind that you're looking to find this natural seam here. Okay. For now, take the rest of this and just put it off to the side. That's going to be the cottage butt. Okay, but right now we're going to work on the blade meat. I want you to take the blade meat, you got it removed. It's a nice solid section. This little piece coming off the edge here, that's fine, it belongs there. Okay, we're going to make cubes out of as much of this as we possibly can. So, we'll just start by cleaning up any what I call the unwanted. That'll be any connective tissue. Okay. This little muscle that's hanging off the side, we can remove that, clean it up a little bit, but please, by no means, do not throw it away. I need you to keep two separate piles on your table. One we call unusable trim, which is nothing but bone connective tissue or sinew, and the other one will be usable trim. We have to have two separate piles. We have to have two separate trays. Who's a crayback team? Okay. Tonight we need two separate trays: unusable trim, usable trim. We have to count for the weights. Okay. Okay. All right. You can turn this over and now start to clean off the top. Now I'm just going to peel off a little bit of the fat first, so that I can get to the underneath part where the sinew or the silver skin is. This would be unusable. Okay. And now we're going to get in here and start to clean this up. You're not going to get it completely denuded, nor do I expect you to get it completely denuded. Okay. And you've got to keep in mind that the more you take off, the more we're not putting on the plate. So try and find that happy medium.
Is that usable?
That's usable. What you don't want to do is get underneath this and dig deep. You just want to stay close to that silver skin that you're taking off. Proper denuding procedure. Okay. Come inside here, take some of the connective tissue out. You'll know what's usable, what's not usable. You'll be able to tell. And if you're not sure, leave it here. I'll look at it. Okay. That's really all I need you to do. I don't need you to take any more than that off. All right? It doesn't have to be 100%. At this point now, what I want you to do is I want you to cut in 1-inch strips. I'm pretty sure Chef Schneller showed you how to cut the strips. And you lay it down, you cut your cubes, correct? Well, I'm just going to square off this one edge. All right, that's really not too much I can do with that, so I'll put that in usable trim. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut my 1-inch strip. All set, Kev?
Yes, sir.
Paid for it all?
It was a little bit more expensive.
Okay, what do I owe you?
Plus what's there, $60.
Okay. Not a problem. I'll have my wife send it over. Okay. Well, because the bungs were there too, right?
Yes, sir.
Ah, good. Okay. Now, you've got the strips cut. We got the inch that we need, but we have way more than an inch here. So let's take that and let's bring it down to an inch. Okay. And then let's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little bit large. Cut it down. About inch by inch by inch. I want you to get as close to that as you can, okay? Let me cut a few of them so you can look at them. You cannot take these to your table, but you can please come up and look at them while you want. Split off the one end and make 2 out of them. I want you to focus on consistency. Focus on the fact that you are going to cook these one of these days. You're going to be up in Skills 2 or Skills 3 cooking these. And you're going to understand at that point why it's so critical to focus on consistency, right? You need to make sure that you don't have a cube like this and a cube like this, because your cooking time is going to be drastically changed. So be very careful. Now I know the pork is a little bit soft and smushy. I understand that, but you need to do the best you can to give me the shapes that I need. Okay, there's some. I'm just going to cut a couple more for you. Okay, when you're done, and I come over to grade you, you need to display these cubes, all of them, in a presentable fashion so that I can see each one. So if you give them to me in a pile like this, your grade will be something that looks like that as well. Are we clear on that?
Yes, chef.
Can't hear you.
Yes, chef.
That's what I thought I heard. Okay. Any questions?
No,
No.
chef.
This is your next step. Go.